Strategies for finding peace, prayer and meditation. Prayer is a daily essential practice that will help you cultivate peace in storms of life. The next strategy to develop is scripture reflection or engage in scripture reading. Incorporate scripture into your daily routine. Focus on verses that can bring you inner peace, that can give you the peace to stay calm in a chaotic moment. One more step that you need: gratitude. Practice gratitude, because once you become peaceful, now you can hear the voice of God, and the voice of God will bring you that calmness. On this episode, we will focus on the practical steps on cultivating peace in our everyday life. But don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like, and put out your thoughts and your experiences out in the comments and transform someone's life. So as we focus on episode 2, I just want us to write down strategies for finding peace. Strategies for finding peace. And number 1 is prayer and meditation. Prayer is a daily essential practice that will help you cultivate peace in storms of life or when you face challenges. I told you in the previous episodes that the benefits of prayer, number 1 is peace, wisdom, acceptance, favor, comfort, assurance. So it is important that you pray and meditate, because you develop a daily practice where you commune with God all the time. You spend quiet time with God. You deepen your relationship with God, because it is only in storms that you get locked up with God, that you get connected with God. Because in the place or in the face of storm, remember I told you in the previous episode that there were 2 times of storms. One, Jesus was on the mountain. The next one, he was in the boat with the disciples. But this time around, he was sleeping in the storm, while the disciples were dismayed, in fear, and in worry. And it's quite amazing how Jesus could be in the same boat, but the disciples were worried. So sometimes when you're going through the phases of life or facing storms in life, it does not mean that Jesus is not there or God is not watching over you. He's there. He's just trying to see how it goes. Because where you are going, it requires you to be able to face the storms with peace, with calmness. Because there is a funny story that I've been told before. When you fall into a sea, a water, or a river, and you don't know how to swim, the best thing to do if you want to survive is to remain calm. Because as you remain calm, you gain peace. And that peace will tell you what to do that would create a survival for you. But when you fall into a river or a sea and you can't swim, and you get into that chaotic state and you start flapping around and flipping and being disoriented and scattering everywhere, you get tired easily and you do what? You sink. So it is important to remain calm. Calm means peace. Be peace at all times. Be at peace at all times. Try your best to be at peace as you pray and meditate, because the benefits of prayer is you find peace. Because when you go to a place, the secret place, and you pray to God, you walk in peace, knowing that it's all working together. So as I was saying, Jesus was in the boat when the disciples were all over the place because of the storms. So for me, I feel when you get to the place where you don't know what to do, you are facing challenges, things are falling apart, you are in a chaotic state, you don't know what to do, I always recommend this simple remedy or method or strategy. Prayer. Go down on your knees. For they that kneel down before their God, they can stand before anything and they can face anything. So it is important to develop this strategy. The next strategy to develop is scripture reflection, or engage in scripture reading. Incorporate scripture into your daily routine. Focus on verses that can bring you inner peace, that can give you the peace to stay calm in a chaotic moment or in a place of storms. Because some verses will bring you comfort and assurance. The other day, I checked the meaning of faith. Faith is assurance of things hoped for, proof of things not seen. Faith is assurance of things hoped for, proof of things not seen. I say it again. Faith is assurance of things hoped for, proof of things not seen. You don't have to see the whole staircase, but you have to take that first step. That's why when Jesus woke up, he said, "Ye men of little faith." If you have faith, and tell the mountain to move, it will move. So when you get to the place of storms, where everything becomes chaotic, you don't know what to do. Things are falling apart. Setback, disappointment, delay, rejection, denial, and you are everywhere. Negativity all around you. The best thing to do is incorporate scripture reading. And as you read from the first one, you pray, meditate, and incorporate what scripture reading, engage in scripture reading. Find peace and comfort. And have faith. For like I said, faith is assurance of things hoped for, proof of things not seen. So though you may not see how you are going to get out of it, the only thing that can guarantee you from moving from that chaotic state is for you to become peace. Be at peace and rely on the word. That he said what? Be anxious for nothing, but in all things with thanksgiving and supplication, let your requests be known or your petition be known to me. So what is your problem? You have a father, you are a son. Daddy, I have come to you. Today, I want to thank you for everything. For the breath of life, for the gift of life, for this, for that. Thank him for all the beautiful opportunities. When you are done, come to him and tell him his promises. Father, you assured me peace. You said that in all things I should be anxious for nothing. But this situation I find myself in, I feel like I don't know what to do. My mind is blowing up. My pressure is going up the roof. I am in confused. I am in dismay. But yet you assured me not to be in dismay. I am disoriented. But Lord, I have come. You said I should count it all joy when I face many trials. Father, I'm thanking you for this trial. I know that this one too is taking me to another place. But please, Lord, give me strength. Give me strength. For you said that, let the weak say, I am strong. Father, where I've gotten to, I don't know how, but let me find peace. So that I can maneuver my way from these storms of life that I face. Because when you are not peaceful, nothing works together for you. Have you seen a peaceful person before? You see how calm they look? When you carry it so well, people think it's not heavy. You see people going about, they smile, they carry some beautiful smiles. It's not as if they are not facing troubles or they are not facing struggles. Do you know what I love about givers? They don't give because they have enough. They give because they understand your pain. They've come from a place of an experience and they know how it feels to have nothing. So I always tell people that when people give you, appreciate it. Because you may not know where or what they were going through while they gave you what they gave you. So do not disrespect people's giving by being ungrateful. Because ungratefulness can destroy you. So it is important to remember that peace brings beautiful things to you. When you are peaceful, it brings beautiful things. It will attract greatness. It will attract beautiful people to you because people want peace. Nobody wants to be in a chaotic place. Nobody wants to be in a place of where everything is scattered and everything is in chaotic state. That is why the disciples were troubled and Jesus was sleeping. Because Jesus knows who he relies on. The Alpha and Omega, the way maker, the peacemaker, the promise keeper, the comforter, my all in all, my everything. When you have such a person, sometimes when you come face to face with your struggle, it is not all problem that you try to see or you try to solve. Sometimes go and pray and go and sleep. Go and pray and do what? And sleep. And let God deal with it. Because I got to a certain place in my life. I always say this, that I had to make some payments. I know I have said it a few times, but I don't want to go into details. But I had a deadline. But the thing was out of my control. But I'm the one in charge of the contract. And it is my responsibility to make that payment that next day. But yet, the payment was not available. The funds have not yet come in my account. And the person supposed to do it is causing delay. And yet, the next morning, the people are demanding the payment. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't sleep. If I tried to sleep, I was just in that chaotic state where I didn't know what to do. So, my wife asked me, man, what's wrong with you? Try and get some sleep. I'm sure you still need rest. I said in my own mind, Adam, you don't know what is happening to me. The next morning, these people are going to come at me with everything they've got because we've given them a payment date and they deserve to get their money. Charlie, I kept thinking, you see, when you try to do it on your own, you cause chaos and you remain in chaotic state. You remain in that chaotic state. Fear gripped me, doubt gripped me. I began to ask, what cry is this? What kind of, where from all this? Small daily bread man won't find. Why did I end myself in this kind of situation? I kept asking myself. But you know what? That is why it's important that I have to follow this purpose and give out this message. Because it was someone's message that I came across on YouTube that brought me to this light. That for some reason, I turned on my TV and I went to YouTube and I saw some message that says, let go and let God deal with it. Then I started listening. Not intentional, but I just wanted to play something to get. It's something I usually do. I just wanted to calm down my nerve because I was going out of order. So once I listened to it, then it got to a place that guy said something. He said what? God did not say there will not be storms. But he's saying that in the place of storms, trust him. Because when you get to the place of storms, it's out of control. So that place, don't go and do Mr. I know it all, Mr. I know, Mr. Have strategy. Because your ways are not his ways. Your strategies are bogus. His strategies are the best for you. That is why he said that a man plans his way, but the Lord orders his steps. So maybe you have strategized that child, this deal or this thing is going to go this way. But the Lord may have come up with a different plan, total different plan for you. Because your ways are not his ways, and your thoughts are not his thoughts. As high as heaven and earth is, so are his ways and so are his thoughts. So if you are thinking, Charlie, it will go right, I tell you, maybe it will not go left, it will go up and down and come down and go below before it will get to where it is going. So sometimes when you get to that chaotic place or that place in storms of where you don't know what to do, you know what? Calm down. Go to the place of peace. Secret place. Pray and gain peace. Because once you become peaceful, now you can hear the voice of God. And the voice of God will bring you that calmness. I just want to close on this episode and move to the next episode. So as I'm about to close this episode, I want to give you one more step that you need. That is gratitude. Practice gratitude. And we've dealt with the main topic in other previous episodes where we discussed practicing of gratitude. So cultivating gratitude can signify a shift in your mindset. Each day, write 3 things down that you are grateful or thankful for. Practice this practice. It helps you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, from nothing to something, from small to big, from last to first. When you practice gratitude. So as I close on this episode, please remember to write down practicing gratitude. And if you want to understand furthermore on practicing gratitude, you can go on our previous episodes where you find the topic, the power of practicing gratitude, and you get a full message on it. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share, and put out your thoughts, that it may help someone out there. It may transform life. Don't forget you are on Great App, where great meets grace with Jason. So as I close on this episode, there is a quote that I came by that I would like to share with you, and I'll read it to you. It says, as Melody Beatty said, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. It's the same meaning when you transform it, that yesterday is history. So you have to be grateful. It's gone, it's past. But be grateful for it, because it is what has brought you to today. But for tomorrow's vision is a mystery. And all that it takes is for you to trust in the Lord, that He will guide you, He will take care of you, He will be there for you, and He will not leave you. So as I close on this episode, please don't forget to surround yourself with things that brings you peace, with friends, with an aura or an environment that you can find peace. If it is a book or a motivational message or something that can spark up or get you inspired or get your spirit lifted, it will be important and it will help you stay in a place of peace. So, as I close on this episode, please remember to keep peace in the corner of your heart. Because peace brings you to the place of what? Elevation. So as I close on this episode, remember that by actively engaging in this practice, we can invite peace into our life and strengthen our faith and overcome our challenges in the place of storms. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like, and put out your thoughts. Until next time, remember to practice these strategies so that you can find peace in the place of storms and in chaotic movements. May the Lord be with you as we jump onto the next episode. Stay safe and stay blessed. Great up, where great meets grace with Jason. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye-bye.